government is saddened by the tragic incidents that unfolded at the Lone Min mine in Marikana in the Northwest Province, which has claimed the lives of 44 people. Upon learning about the Marikana tragedy, President Zuma cut short his SADC engagement to be with the people of South Africa. The President immediately visited Marikana to pledge his support and sympathy with the victims of the tragedy. President Zuma immediately announced the intention to establish a commission of inquiry to investigate this matter. A judicial commission of inquiry was subsequently appointed. Having assessed the impact of this tragedy had on the people of South Africa, President Zuma declared a period of national mourning from Monday 20th to Sunday 26th of August this year to commemorate the lives of all South Africans who have died violently, especially the 44 who were killed in the incident in Marikana. This period of national mourning was observed across South Africa and in all our foreign missions abroad. He also established an Inter-Ministerial committee to provide assistance and support to the families of the deceased and try to find solutions to the instability in the area. The IMC continues to execute its mandate in this regard. The presence of the Inter-Ministerial Committee during this period demonstrates government's apathy and commitment to assist the bereaved families. Government has made and continues to make specific contributions towards funeral arrangements and other needs the bereaved families require. This is over and above contribution by other stakeholders. Ministers and other leaders of government have visited the bereaved families in South Africa, Lesotho, and Swaziland. They have also taken time to pay their respects to the bereaved families in person in various localities across the country. Government took a decision to support all families of the 44 deceased without discrimination, as you may know that some of the deceased were not employees of Lone Min. Government will further ensure that those families who qualify for any benefits from government receive them as soon as possible. This to ensure that those households who lost their breadwinners receive care from government. Government has been hard at work to ensure that all the bereaved families and injured receive support during this process. The Inter-Ministerial Committee assisted families to identify their loved ones at mortuaries. All 44 postmortems were conducted by state pathologists and verified by independent pathologists. 43 death certificates have been issued to the families. 38 people have been laid to rest. The remaining 6 are expected to be laid to rest during the weekend of the 8th of September 2012. More than 50 social workers continue to provide psychological support to all bereaved families and those hospitalized. The hospitalized are still receiving medical attention and government wish them a speedy recovery. The tragic incident at Marikana is not a reflection of the business environment in South Africa. We would like to reassure all stakeholders and the international community that the mining operations continue unhindered in other parts of the Northwest Province and throughout the country. Government remains in control of the situation and law and order continues to prevail. The country continues to fully support direct investment and appropriate incentives, and the legislative framework is in place to give confidence and practicability to investment decisions and security of tenure. The events of the past week have not yet impacted on our ability to attract investors to our country. We have also not had any concerns raised through our foreign offices abroad about the damage done to investor settlements. Government, through the Department of Trade and Industry, has facilitated several investments in the past weeks in mining, manufacturing, and business process outsourcing. These investments should be seen against the backdrop of South Africa's improved rating on the World Competitiveness Report, which we improved our standing from 54 to the 50th place, as well as our ratings on the Ease of Doing Business Index, where South Africa was ranked 35th globally. As government, we are doing all in our power to make sure what happened does not happen again. However, the mining industry and the labor movement will also have to come to the table, and all must contribute to the well-being of workers. We would like to emphasize the inextricability of stability of investment and the seamless implementation of the mining charter, with particular regard to social and labor programs. More work needs to be done in the area of social investment in the mining communities and in the improvement of living conditions of mine workers to mitigate against the unfavorable material conditions that give rise to tragedies such as Marikana. The President has instituted a commission of inquiry headed by Judge Ian Fallon with broad terms of reference in order to establish the facts and make recommendations. The commission will look into the role played by all concerned parties, which led to the violent situation resulting in the loss of 44 lives. The commission has been given a period of 4 months to complete its work. Government has noted media reports speculating about what might have taken place on the 16th of August. However, government wishes to call upon all who have any evidence that may assist the commission in its work to submit such to the commission. In deference to our constitutional democracy, President Zuma will not interfere in the work of the Marikana Commission or any other processes, including the prosecution of persons associated with the tragedy. The President is required to uphold the Constitution at all times, and he respects the independence of all institutions created to ensure the smooth functioning of our constitutional democracy, including those in the legal sphere, which need to execute their responsibilities without fear, favor, or interference. Government is concerned about the allegations of torture and ill treatment of detainees arrested in connection with the Marikana incident. The Minister of Police, Minister Mtetwa, has received a preliminary report from the Independent Police Investigating Directorate. The investigation is ongoing, and the Minister will receive a final report with recommendations as soon as it's finalized. The Minister has accordingly assured the public that should the investigation point out to any violation of the detainees by any police officer, the full might of the law will take its course. To this end, the Minister reiterated that any detainee is entitled to fair and humane treatment while under police custody, and that police officers who do not uphold the law, abusing their power and assaulting detainees do not have a place within the South African Police Service. As government, we remain confident that the Independent Police Investigating Directorate will objectively investigate these allegations. We further urge all in society to respect the criminal justice system of our land to unfold without any due interference. Government remains committed to ensure the welfare and conditions of service for workers. South Africa is a progressive, democratic, constitutional state that has established laws governing labor relations. Our constitution recognizes and protects workers' rights to organize themselves and to engage in peaceful protest. The Minister of Labor, Minister Oliphant, was tasked to deal with the labor disputes. The minister met different unions, starting with the Association of Mine Workers and Construction Union on the 22nd of August 2012 in Rustenburg. This meeting was followed by a bigger meeting attended by Loan Min Management, NUM, COSATU, AMCU, NACTU, Solidarity, UASA, and FEDUSA. It was resolved at this meeting that creating a peaceful climate was the first step to resolving the Marikana situation. A follow-up meeting was set up on the 29th of August to continue trying to resolve these issues. But before then, another group of workers who do not belong to any of the unions sought audience with the minister because they felt the process was excluding them. The minister met them in Marikana on the 28th of August and assured them that they can come to the bigger meeting to present their grievances in a bigger audience. This process is currently underway, and we are confident that the underlying labor issue will be resolved. South Africa is a constitutional democracy with appropriate labor relations laws and long-established negotiating forums in which business, organized labor, government resolved labor issues. We remain confident that the labor dispute at the Loan Min mine will be amicably resolved. Labour Minister Oliphant, along with South African Council of Churches, has been in regular meetings with all concerned parties in an effort to resolve the dispute. The Minister of Mineral Resources, Minister Chabane, met with the platinum producers, the gold producers, the National Union of Mine Workers, and the Chamber of Mines in an effort to find solutions to the instability. Government reiterates the call on all involved not to abuse the plight of those who lost their loved ones. This is not the time for irresponsible, provocative statements and grandstanding. We all have to act with responsibility. This is a trying time for the bereaved families in our country. We therefore urge all parties to play a constructive role and support the families and the nation at large in the process of healing. The continuous prevailing stability is an effort of all key stakeholders, including government, religious leaders, traditional leaders, unions, and once again, a demonstration that when we work together, we can achieve more. Government wish to thank all involved who continue to work tirelessly to ensure that an amicable solution is found to the dispute and that peace prevails in our country and specifically in that mining sector. Thank you.